been extremely busy tracking Tropical Storm ELSA. And also, it's the 4th of July holiday weekend. A lot of people are going to be out and about today, Brandon. It's going to be a scorcher, isn't it?
Yeah, we can't forget about the forecast today, too, talking about the big time heat. We're talking about a heat index as high as 105. I don't think we're going to see as many storms today, which is nice to at least get one more quiet day for the holiday before we start to see the first impacts from Tropical Storm ELSA as early as tomorrow morning. The latest advisory has maximum sustained winds at 65 miles per hour. It continues to move to the west-northwest, but we're expecting more of a gradual turn slowly to the north over the next couple of days. 80 degrees, finally has some light there on the horizon. Some clouds off into the distance. It's way out there in the Atlantic. We're going to have some decent sun today to warm us up, which means we're going to see highs around 93 degrees. We had highs higher than that. I know we had 95 in Fort Lauderdale, also the middle 90s in Miami yesterday. Heat index well above 100 at times again this afternoon, especially from 1 to 3 o'clock. That's going to be prime time for that high heat index. And we're not going to get much relief from any rainfall. Our model does have later this morning maybe a couple showers popping up offshore right there along the beach. I have some low rain chances in for that, but most of the storms today will be too far inland. But I have it up to 30% at times this afternoon for a couple of us getting some storms. But the vast majority of us, I think, will end up staying dry today. Not too bad for 4th of July, but we have this to watch too. Tropical Storm ELSA, there's the center of it. It actually redeveloped. The center was on the leading edge of some of these thunderstorms. Hurricane hunters have found that it actually developed a new center right in the middle of these thunderstorms, which are wrapping around it now. It's possible we could get some intensification since it's going to miss the entire length of Cuba, just barely. We're expecting it to move just south of Cuba, staying out over the open water. There was kind of two scenarios we were talking about yesterday. It's taken that southern track. So I would not be surprised if we see at least some strengthening from ELSA over the next, I'd say, 24 hours. So over the course of the day today. And Hurricane Center does expect at least some. They have maximum sustained winds up to 70. Not out of the realm of possibility to get this to strengthen into a hurricane again just before moving onshore of Cuba, which we do expect it to weaken it somewhat. Hurricane Center has this as a 50-mile-per-hour tropical storm somewhere in the vicinity of the lower Keys. This is as we get towards Monday into Tuesday, which is why a tropical storm watch is in effect for the lower and middle Keys. That's where we could get sustained winds of tropical storm force. We'd mainly just get some gusts around Key Largo, north to Miami and Fort Lauderdale to tropical storm force. Just an occasional gust in some of those rain bands, which we can kind of time out now with our computer model starting to move in as early as Monday morning. Here we are at 8 a.m. We have our first rain band starting to move in. It may not be a solid line of rain. It may be broken, and they're going to be moving kind of fast, but some quick, heavy downpours with some gusty winds as early as tomorrow morning. The heaviest of the rain comes in the afternoon on Monday. This is by Tuesday at noon. Still some heavy rain at times. I think the heaviest, though, will be down by the lower Keys, right around Marathon. This is kind of what we're expecting in the Keys, from Marathon down to Key West. Tropical storm gust, very likely expected, if not sustained winds for a brief time. Peak water rise, no more than about 1 to 2 feet on the ocean side. You can handle that in the lower Keys. I'm not too concerned about it. Miami-Dade and Broward, bands of heavy rain, and that's when we'll see those gusty winds. Conditions may be calm in between. So 1 to 3 inches of rain for Miami-Dade and Broward, but over in the lower Keys all the way up to Naples and even Fort Myers, all the way up to Tampa, really. That's where we're looking at that flooding risk. Could get up to 4 inches of rain in some spots. By Wednesday, I think we're looking better. Even late Tuesday afternoon into the evening, I think things are drying out a little bit. We'll get things to break up. But certainly by Wednesday, we're back to our normal pattern of a few showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs pretty close to average, right around 90.